60 minutes to sew, it says. That's fine. I'll take the challenge. On this channel, I do love all things good market gimmicky with sewing. I have done things like the walk-away dress challenge where it said that you could start it at breakfast and walk away in it at lunch. And now I found yet another one that says 60 minutes to sew. Oh, and did I mention there's no pattern? So that's what we're doing today. I am going to take this book right here and I am going to pick out 2 pieces to make from it because I figure 1 isn't a good enough measure to see if it's actually possible. So we're gonna pick 2, because why not? So according to the book, this should take me right around 2 hours to sew. Does that include cutting time? Don't know yet, need to read the book. So let's dive on in and see what this book has to tell us. Sewing without a pattern. Everyone can sew this way, make each in 60 minutes. Before you begin, figures vary in size, therefore the garments that follow are made to your own personal measurements applied to the basic dress diagram. Since you might be a size 3 or 30, it is impossible to give the exact amount of fabric to be used. Keep the following tips in mind. First, if your figure falls in the smaller sizes, use narrow widths. Second, for the fuller figure, hi, that's me, buy only wide widths. Important, read the basic shift directions. Directions? Don't know where that came from. Even if you do not wish to make this particular dress, explained in the shift section are the directions for plotting the neck, shoulder lines, and dart directional lines. Okay, great. So I first have to read the shift part, and then I guess I can go into picking out which ones I want to make, because I don't think I want to make just a normal shift. That's boring. Okay, have read the shift part. It's fine. I don't really know how much I'm gonna be able to use because the ones that I think I want to do in this are not ones with darts. Because let's be real, I hate darts, and if I can avoid them to make sewing faster, I absolutely will. Will it turn out as a rectangle? Yeah, probably, but that's okay. So, I have also now looked through this happy little book, and I do believe I know which ones I want to do. First up is going to be the yoke dress. The yoke dress begins just below the collarbone, here, and ends at the center measurement of the bust. So here. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Is there a world where I probably make it longer, but then there's no darts? So, I mean, maybe we just do what it says. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll be fine. And our little diagrams here are kind of not giving me much, but there is an option on the back. This one right here, that little gathered version. That's what I think I'm gonna do. So just below the collarbone to center of the bust and then ruffle, because why not? Well, not ruffle, but you know what I mean. And for this portion, I've dug into my storage unit and I found these. So this is a little scrappy piece of double knit polyester. I love the florals on it. Thankfully, it has a little bit of stretch, but not too much, so I think my straight stitch will still be fine. Will that come back to bite me? Unclear. But, so we're gonna do this for the yoke, and I'm gonna add patch pockets because it just needs pockets. And the skirt and the straps are gonna be out of this jersey style cream. It just goes really nicely together, so I think since there's so little of this and I wanna use it, this will be the accent, this will be the dress. That is project number 1. Project number 2, however, is going to be the gathered dress. And let's be very clear, I'm pretty sure this is just going to be a shirt because I don't think there's enough in the material that I chose to actually have it be a dress. Could I be wrong? Hopefully, that would be cool, but I don't think so. I like this one because again, you're just taking the rectangles and just slightly adjusting them. Check out the material for this one. Pink and paisley. And the reason I really made this like an underlayer is because, well, she's see-through. This is another poly double knit, but if you can sort of see here in the light, you can see how pretty, but it's actually a really pretty underlay, and I think it would be a really nice blouse to go underneath the crazy jumper. Initially, I wanted to pair this with the other floral, but I am now stalling from trying to figure out the math on this, so I guess let's go ahead and start the timer and do the math that the book is asking us. All right, gonna take the little tape measure, and the first thing it wants me to do is bust and hips, which is relatively easy to do by myself. I am wearing the bra I want, and I will just pull it tight over the dress because I'm not gonna go change for this because I'm lazy. And we are at 49, all right? Just remember, folks, Measurements are just numbers. They have no meaning on your self-worth. You are wonderful no matter what size you are. You just gotta remember that. They are just numbers. They do not equal how good of a person you are.
To that I say, all right, all right, all right.
Oh, by the way, it is currently 3:04, 3:05. So that's when I started, well, technically like 2 minutes earlier. Hips. We're like kind of pinching down here. Let go of the floof tail. And what does it say? 51.5. Okay, great. Now I know the jumper wants another measurement. Next, measure the length of your shoulder from end to end. What? Center this measurement on the top side of the yoke and mark with tailor's chalk. So you're gonna help me with this, okay? Because I can't see what I'm doing. So we're gonna do 0 to whatever the fluff, right? Yeah, that sort of. I know you can't actually help me. It would be helpful, but I know you can't. If I centered the strap there, so what does that say? 4 inches. Center this measurement on the top side. Oh, so then that is going to create this little X right here. So it'll be 4 inches from the center. That doesn't feel right though, because then it wouldn't take into account from the center neck. That would just be here. I don't like the way they describe that. I don't like that at all. But, so if I want this thing to live here wide, so there's the 0. If I go from edge to edge here, what am I looking at? 12.5. If it was 12, would it feel weird? No, actually I think 12 is better. I think I pinched wrong. So 12 inches across. So it would be 6 inches. So that at least makes more sense. So from this middle, I'm gonna measure out 6 inches and then variations. Do you feel ambitious? Always. Here, this is the version I'm doing. No darts are involved in this. Just exactly what I want. All right, so 49, 51, 12 inches across. Let's see if the shirt needs anything else. Gathered neck dress. To determine the arm opening, measure the distance from the center of your shoulder to the center of your bust and add an extra inch. It's not going for width, it's going for the arm's eye, raglan opening. Okay, great, that makes more sense. Center of shoulders to center of bust, 8 inches. Okay, great. They don't even ask you to measure your arms. They're just like, the sleeves can be 12 to 14 inches in width. Just for giggles here, we're gonna try and do the bicep, because I'm pretty sure I don't want this to be too tight. Well, that's 17. Okay, so I'm gonna make that bigger. Yeah, because you're supposed to be able to get a little poof. I want the little poof, poof. So I will do 19 inches. So 19-inch sleeve. Oh, should I do 20? I should do 20. I should write this down. And with everything written down, let's go ahead and take the book and the fabric and go forth and cut some stuff out. I want to make one thing perfectly clear. That was not as easy as they said it was. The sleeve basically had no type of instruction whatsoever. So it was just, yeah, sort of do it like this thing over here. That thing right there. Just do it like that. You gotta measure your arms, folks. You gotta measure your arms. So if you are going to attempt this, measure your arms so that way you make sure you have enough room. And they don't really tell you how long to make it, so I just guessed. I made mine 15 inches long and hopefully has enough room to turn it and to cut away all the Sharpie that I used, because this stupid fabric, the only thing that would write on it was Sharpie. And yes, I died inside, but that's okay. It's only 357, and that's one pattern, so clearly they didn't mean the entire project only takes an hour. No. So maybe it's just the sewing. But this is only project 1. We gotta cut out another one. Okay. Oh, I gotta get up. Dear viewer, because I could not envision how this would look, I did approximate it with my own dress. Enjoy. Well, that can't be right. Oh, well that's the first step. Just below the collarbone. To there. That still don't look right. Like, trust the process. So, we're gonna try this version. I now at least have everything cut out except for the pocket pieces, but I distinctly think I'm gonna have to use this that I had left over for the pockets. I don't think I'm gonna like this, so it's fine. Either way I'll have pockets. It'll either be cut out of this piece or it'll be cut out of this piece. I would like it just to be this one, but I also think that this book is designed for, let's just say, smaller of chest folks, because I put this piece up to me where they think it's supposed to go, and I can almost guarantee I'm gonna have to take a dart out of this so it doesn't like flap away in the wind, because it's a moment. But either way, it is now 4:51 and I have a dog to feed, a daughter to go get, so we're going to put pause on this endeavor, but that has definitely been just shy of 2 hours just of cutting out and my nemesis, math. So we'll see if the sewing goes together any better. I don't know what that was.
What time is it? Is it food time? Hi, baby. Is it dinner time? Okay. Sit. Good girl. Now go.
The next day.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, hello. Yes, it's me, the person who said she was going to sew, and then promptly did not. I did not. So now we are fresh-faced, we have slept, we are fully caffeinated, and now it's time to sew these things together while on the clock to see if it can actually be done in an hour. And for my own warm-up ability / trying to save as many brain cells as possible, I'm going to start with the puff sleeve one that only has about 4 seams and then a turn. So we're gonna start there and see if I can at least do one in an hour. And then I will go into the jumper that makes my eyeball twitch, because I don't think this is going to work for that one. But I could be wrong, but there's only one way to find out. And let the sewing begin in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I didn't push the button. Go. All right, let's see how long this takes me. Front piece is not helpful. Must start with the back. And the sleevels. Sleevels! All the sleeves go on as normal. No weirdities with the sleeves, other than the fact that apparently I can't cut correctly, but that's not new information, I guess.
Yeah, baby!
Oh well. Why are you making that horrid noise? Don't do that, I've got sewing to do today. Oh, there it goes. Whatever was angry is no longer angry. Hot damn. Did I backstitch at the beginning? Yeah, I did. Okay, great. Autopilot kicked in. Amazing. Timed sewing is never good sewing, kids. Back now has the sleeves attached. We love to see it. Now it wants me to do the same to the front. I don't know. This might actually be possible. Will it be good? That's the real question. Yep, there it is. Not me forgetting that I don't have just extra sleeves lying around, you know, that, just no, Stephanie, you already attached them to this. You have to now put it together correctly, ma'am. Let's go! I don't know. I don't like sewing on a time clock. I get weird. I heard it. And so far I've actually managed to sew everything right side to right side the way it's supposed to be, so what an idea. She can be taught! Maybe. But she can't apparently be taught to use the half-inch mark! Alright, so, I'm gonna take a pause right there. It has taken me 10 minutes to get all of the main pieces together.
A few moments later.
We shall restart the clock and do the front. Did I turn my mic on? No, so sorry for that. But anyway, we're gonna keep going. Front! Stopping 5 inches from the top, it says. Okay. And unlike usual, don't start at the top, Stephanie. Even though I do think I want to do basting stitches. So I'm gonna kick up the sewing machine to baste it, because I want it all to be together when I turn it so it's all even. And then I'll just take out the basting after I do the 5 inches. No backstitch this time. Okay. Dialing back down to my usual 2.5. Well, I probably need to redo my bobbin too. I did not put a full bobbin in here to start my day. No, why would I do that? That would be too easy. Heyo, we still have a bobbin thread. Ha ha, I win! Bobbin chicken! Okay, we have a full bobbin. And now I was going back through and rereading the little instructions here, and I do not turn it under next. No, that's not next. I have to actually close the underarms. So I have to do this stitch, that one right there, but we have to do the underarm, and then we'll turn the top, which I also think is not going to go terribly well, but that's okay. It'll be tied down with a bow. It's fine. Yeah, so that took about 10 minutes. Anyway, I have paused my timer, but yeah, it was also because the pattern itself never told you how to cut on any type of, I don't know, grain line. I just winged it. So I made it so that, you know, the arm section was good and stretchy and across, so that way, like, I made sure the stretch was going with where a fabric would need to stretch on a human body, right? Right, cool. Unfortunately, what that meant was when I got to the top of the sleeve, it was curling on itself like a daggone corkscrew. The only thing I can hope is that it will just help it hold its curvy shape once it's tied into submission. Don't make it weird. Yeah, so I'm gonna sew this down and see how this goes. I don't anticipate it going well. Well, it was bound to happen eventually. I did not sew from the front to go around the entire neckline. No! I started it at the sleeve. See the sleeve here? Sleeve? That's where my flippin's... So I'll figure out some way. I'm not taking it all apart. I know that about myself. What I also know is that I feel like I can get away with a little bit of top stitching just to hold down the stitches, and I'll still be able to fit the ribbon through fine. So I'm gonna go eat lunch now, because I think that's probably why I made that mistake, because I am hungry. So I will come back from lunch and hem it. We are currently at minute 45 and a half, I do believe. on our little timer here. Like, potentially, this could be an hour-long project. Just the sewing, not anything else. Just the sewing. So, I'm gonna go eat lunch now.
1 hour later.
Okay, we jumped ahead 2 minutes because I actually fixed the neckline here. I also fixed my giant screw up of, you know, stopping the stitching at the sleeve. So according to the main body, I am done with this thing, but under the variations is where they hid the thing about, you know, finishing the sleeve so it's just not some raw, sad little hem. So it wants me to sew up a 1/2 inch and then put elastic in. And I have exactly 0 elastic at that size, but I am going to time myself on how long it takes to do these quick little hems, and I'll just leave an open little hole so I can tuck something in there, whether it's a ribbon or something. At least the first one is done. It got done in just a little over an hour with just the sewing time clocked. So I'm not really mad about it, but I feel like the instructions that were given were too light. And for better or for worse, we're gonna go into project number 2. Oh, this one's not gonna go nearly as well. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones, but it's fine. Ta-da! Oh. Okay. That's not where it was supposed to sit. They told me it was supposed to be here to there. Oh, I hate that. Okay. No, okay. Well, these straps are, I'm gonna have to stitch the crap out of these. These are not gonna, I don't hate it, actually. If it sits right there. Like, if we do the Ampere waist thing, I don't hate it. Yeah. It's very basic, but it, you know, I like this. I'm proud of myself for adding that. Oh, it's gonna be big. Oh, it's gonna be real big. But this is definitely like, with a shirt. This is absolutely with a shirt of some kind. Okay, well, I'm currently at 1 hour and 16 on this project, but I still have to do pockets and the hem. So, oh, and hand stitch down the trim. Yeah, I gotta do that too. So that seems like enough to see you at the reveal. that's enough of that. I'm now awkward. We hit the awkward point. Yep. Done! 2 projects in a little over 2 hours, because let me be very clear here. My biggest issue with this is that this was not 1 hour projects. Absolutely not. The first one took about 1 hour and 6 minutes, which is this pink one right here. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't like this garment. The reason why, while I was showing this off, I never took this outer garment off was because, well, let me just insert a little clip here for you to show you exactly why I don't like this. The measurement from the shoulder to mid-bust, absolutely not long enough. The sleeves are way too close to me. Like, I didn't even gather them because I no. So the pink, not my favorite. However, can we take a moment for this jumper situation? Like, she's not perfect by far. The straps are too chunky, so I'm probably gonna put like a bead or something on here. Because the straps are made out of jersey. So it's been stretching because it doesn't know what to do with a pocket that holds a phone. Not good, but I do really like her. I also like my little trim that I added through here. So this one, shockingly, even though the math was a little more than I was really ready for at times, definitely prefer this one. The only thing I will say is if you do want to try this on your own, it said to add 1.5 inches to either side for ease and put a zipper in. What? No, I did neither of those things. And to prove that, this is the zipper right here that I had pulled to go into the side because they wanted me to put a side zip. You don't. You don't need that. You don't need that at all. I even pinched out both 1.5 inches and I still have plenty of room in here. So this is going to be something that I think will be more like a cozy kick around with a t-shirt on underneath with maybe a different poof sleeve blouse because I, for the reveal, chose poorly. I have a full bodysuit on because this pink is sheer and I was intending on taking it off at some point, which I absolutely never did. Then I have double knit polyester, and then I have more double knit polyester and some jersey, and whew, let me tell you, when that Florida sun came out, it was hot. So, yeah, little warm. Will not be wearing these together again. But overall, actually, I kind of like this little thing. I like the fact that I was able to use this tiny little scrap to like make a cute little number. All right, 69, I see you. Don't make it weird. Anyways, I do sincerely hope that you enjoyed this today. And if you did, I sincerely hope that you will watch this video right here where I tried to make something out of newspaper that had no instructions on it whatsoever. And YouTube in its infinite wisdom thinks you will like that one right there. Until next time, my friends, I hope you are sewing in chaos because I sure did. See you next time. Bye. We're just gonna ignore the stupid lawnmower, vacuum, leaf blower. Not looking, not looking.